Hi, and welcome back to Recover360 Total Shoulder Health. We're going to talk about something just as important as rehab, long-term shoulder maintenance. By now, you've regained your strength, mobility, and confidence in your shoulder, but the key to lasting success is continuing to care for it properly. So today we'll cover the best long-term exercises to keep your shoulder strong, how to avoid future injuries and potential setbacks, lifestyle tips to protect your shoulder in everyday life, as well as how to maintain function if you play sports or stay active. So this phase isn't just about recovery, it's about making sure your shoulder stays strong for years to come. So let's get started. Why does long-term shoulder maintenance even matter after a shoulder replacement? So a total shoulder replacement is designed to last 15, even 20 plus years, but only if you take care of it properly. You've put in the hard work to regain your motion and strength. Now your goal is to keep it moving well without overloading it. Without proper maintenance, you may face stiffness and loss of mobility over time. You might see an increased risk of injury due to weakness or improper movement patterns. You might even see shoulder fatigue or pain while doing daily or functional activities. With the right approach, your shoulder can remain strong, mobile, and pain-free for life. So long-term shoulder strengthening exercises are important. They're going to help keep your shoulder healthy and strong, and you're going to need a balanced program to do this. And that program includes shoulder stability exercises, functional strength training, as well as some mobility and flexibility work to maintain your motion. That might include a cross-body stretch or other shoulder stretches to help maintain your flexibility. How often do you do this? These can be performed 2 to 3 times a week for optimal shoulder health. And you can use light to moderate resistance, but no need to push maximum amount of weight. If you ever experience pain, stop and modify your movements. So how are you going to avoid shoulder injuries long term? So even after a full recovery, it's important to protect your shoulder from overuse or strain. Some tips for daily movement. One, we want to avoid heavy lifting above shoulder height unless it's necessary. We want to make sure we use proper lifting techniques and keep objects close to the body. And take frequent breaks during repetitive overhead work to avoid fatigue. You don't want to push your arm through fatigue. How about posture and ergonomics? So avoid slouching or keeping your shoulders forward. You want to try and bring them back and down. You want to use armrests when sitting for long periods to reduce the strain on the shoulder. Also keep your workstations at a comfortable height to prevent hunching forward. How to recognize overuse when you're exercising or performing activities. So if you notice stiffness, pain, or soreness after an activity, give your shoulder adequate time to recover. Don't ignore the warning signs. We want to make sure we rest and stretch as well as modify movements as needed. So some long-term strategies for those active individuals that want to play sports. So if you do play sports or enjoy recreational activities, you can still participate safely with proper preparation for those activities. So again, for golfers or tennis players, you want to make sure you warm up before playing. You may modify your swing technique to reduce the strain on your arm. For swimmers, again, gradually reintroduce strokes and avoid early on overuse, and don't push through fatigue. You want to balance your training with shoulder and scapular strengthening exercises. For weightlifters or gym goers, you might stick with more moderate weights and avoid maximum effort lifts. Use controlled movements, and you want to avoid those unnecessary joint stress with fast, jerky movements. The key is progression. So you want to start slow and increase intensity as tolerated. So some final thoughts. So we're going to summarize here. The key takeaways to this is to commit to a regular strength and mobility routine. You've already put in the hard work, so let's continue that. You want to modify daily movements to reduce shoulder strain. You want to stay active, but listen to your body and adjust things as needed. You want to protect your shoulder by using proper mechanics during sports and workouts. Your next steps here are to continue strength building exercises 2 to 3 times a week. You're going to apply daily movement and posture strategies to protect your shoulder. And if you notice pain or stiffness returning, you want to consult a specialist before pushing through that. Your total shoulder replacement is built to last. Take care of it, and it's going to take care of you. If you have any questions, as always, please reach out to your care team. Stay strong, stay active, and I will see you in the next session.